More Santas of Reddit. What's the weirdest thing a kid asked for Christmas? Not a Santa, but I've been a Mrs. Claus for the last few years. And I always ask kids what they want while doing our crafts. My favorite was this 45-year-old girl that told me she wanted one of those loud horns. She made a gesture like she was using those canned air horns and made a little horn sound. She said that she wanted to use it to wake her baby brother when he takes naps in daytime, so he knows what it's like. Good reasoning skills. That kid's going places. Pretty, I like her. I was an assistant manager at a mall center with NOAA programs. There was a special needs for 20-something black guy that come nearly every day. He easily weighed more than 250 pounds, and we did eventually convince him to sit next to Santa instead of on his lap. Every time he had to remind Santa what he wanted for Christmas, in his list a home DVD, Straight Outta Compton on DVD, and Prince 99 album on CD. Santa was awesome and brought it to the Prince CD a few days before Christmas. What a year was this? Please say recently. 2016. That's beautiful. My sister asked Santa for black men for Christmas. She meant men in black. Kids are weird. She probably literally wanted 3 black babies. My aunt, apparently even young, sat on Santa's laps and asked 3 black babies. To this day, no one in our family knows what she meant. Not a mall Santa, but my friend was one. He said that the weirdest thing he had heard from a kid was a husband for his mom. That's sweet, unless he really also had a husband or boyfriend. He wants a poly mom. More present kids. Kid is in it for long haul. After waiting for hours in the line, my daughter asked Santa for a hot dog. My daughter asked for pancakes one year. It was very cute. But then I had to get up and make pancakes for Christmas morning instead of being lazy. My daughter is 2, and this was the first year talking to Santa. She asked for pancakes too. Head to head hot dog on a stick. After Santa is real, Mom. I know the weirdest thing I asked was a pen that could write like a pen, pencil, marker, and crayon. I'd never seen one, but was sure Santa could make one. I got 4 color pens instead. All they needed to do was make a marker on one end, a crayon at the other, and a pencil in the last. Good idea. My uncle was a Santa, and he told me that one year a kid asked him for a coffee maker because he wanted to start his own Starbucks coffee instead of lemonade stand. Apparently, business was not very good for a lemonade stand, and he noticed a lot of adults drink coffee, so he'd make coffee. That kid probably is a millionaire now. My older daughter, 10, tined for lemonade stands when there was open houses in the neighborhood and would catch up old strangers coming into the new house. He also talked her sister into being the frontline seller because people like buying things from cute little girls with blue jeans. It was both impressive observations and somewhat creepy how matter of fact she was about it. I just hope she doesn't end up becoming the next Queen Elizabeth Holmes. She has good instincts for marketing. Was Santa a party last week? A kid for a whistle that she would blow it at the night and wake her mom up and scare her when she was sleeping. I said, no, that would be a naughty list. Let your mom sleep while gremlin. Mom laughed. Good Santa, I wish I could casually refer to kids like gremlin without being vilified. So literally last night we took up my kids to see Santa. When I asked what she wanted for Christmas and the surprise, Santa was so surprised he didn't know what to say. What is the surprise? He can't keep us hanging. We won't know till Christmas. Shh. She just looked in the closet. Many years ago, a small girl, I would not tell her mother what she wanted for Christmas. Mom told me the problem, and I was to tell her. The kid jumped off my lap. The kid hopped up and told me she wanted to make up some tits. Oh, okay, now I have to tell mom. Jimmy, you broke Santa. Did you end up telling mom? And what was the expression on her face? She turned bright red. When I was feeling better ever, I looked into like real Santa. I used to mess with around at Christmas when we were about with the quick. Rudolph needs to get back to the people. We need to hurry. I got a lot of really great looks from kids. The best was a shy little girl that came up and asked for a more specific doll without missing a beat. I'm not sure what the heck that is bad. I'll have Legolas look into it. He also acted grumpy, but we all knew he loved for a second. Thanks for the silver. I love reading those stories. I'll have to share with them. My dad also looks like a Santa. Amusingly, he dresses with a hell angel of a cowboy. He never was a biker or anything, but a big guy, long hair, leather jacket. Some of these kids would be like, "Look, Mom, Santa." Or, "It's a cowboy." And the parents would look back and then be like, "Oh, no, no." On their face rush the kids like, honestly, that is big softly. He's amused by their reactions. He told me recently a guy came up to him, "I've been real good this year," and Dad replied, "Okay, what to do? It won't be like her." The guy gave a weird look like, "Oh, I'm not into that." And then Daddy was making arms and arm around the guy, pretty sure that was being hit on. He wanted a big old bear for Christmas. He just wanted to sit on Santa's lap. Render's eggs so he could start his own franchise. That kid's name, Jeff Bezos. That's just a real head. I'm a teacher. One of the most difficult, obstinate Baton Busher kids came to me in a recess to talk, and he said he was worried he would not get what he really wanted, to be a real elf, move to the North Pole, and make all the presents. He had tears in his eyes and was most sincere I've ever seen. Made me really appreciate how hard life was at home, and he just wished for a way out. When I was 9, I wrote a goodbye letter to my parents telling them Santa was going to pick me up and take me to the North Pole. I sat in our car and waited for Santa to show up and take me away. The most dumb thing was, it was in the middle of summer. That's not dumb, that's gonna make presents around the year. Source material, coordinate shipments, hire contractors, repair machinery. It's around business. Summer would actually be prime time to hire. Hope isn't dumb. During college, I was in the department of store Santa. One little girl with her mother looking for a distance whispered, "Please, bring a boyfriend for mommy. Ever since daddy died, she's been so lonely. That is what I really want for Christmas, Santa." I looked up at the loving mother of the bad girl and felt like a lump in my throat. God damn, it was a Hallmark movie. You've had to ask the mom to become the girl's stepfather. This is absolutely a plot for a movie and a couple of pornos. I was out in 1997 for a small authentic Old West village. I was 17 at that time, and doing this was my local theater, and a costume lady asked being someone to be Santa for the weekend. She told me that they thought it would be me because, well, you are fat. You are big. I'm 6'6" and 1.98. So I'd put on a cheap costume that didn't fit well and beard that smelled like something threw up, and I waited in a prop shed plaza that normally sheriff police had something. Tall, skinny, smelly Santa shed sitting on a plastic lawn chair. It was no wonder all kids screamed when they put me on their laps. None of them asked for anything. In fact, as they were too busy being scared of me, I had a pair of girls look later at a pair of guys in the local Christian high school dressed as elves for the first day, and took Polaroids and collected money. On the second day, they flaked I was by myself all day. I charged people money to enter my creepy shed and take pictures of their own kids, except one young lady who was probably older than me and severely mentally disabled. Her parents were so apologetic because she was too old, but she had to sit on the lap and smile at me, total naked joy. I can still see her face 20 years later. That part is real heartwarming. I charged money to enter my creepy shed and take pictures with my own kids. You guys are getting paid. charged people to enter my creepy shed and take pictures with my own kids, and you guys are getting paid. Its own reward.